Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos of the paid requests, this time for Marc. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for 80 for Brady. Just he had wanted me to react to this 5 rings Tom Brady video, which I did. It was a fun video. Uh, I don't watch football, but at the same time, I'm perfectly fine watching highlights or other stuff, especially as a request. But yeah, it's fun to see the action and see the hard work these guys do. Not just Tom Brady, but everybody, all sorts of sports. Basketball is probably the sport I watch the most, though. But if I saw football highlights, they'd be fun as well. And that video was fun. And I'm so illiterate when it comes to football. I'm like, I know who Tom Brady is. I've heard of him. A little bit of refresher course, nice the 5 rings and how he won them. Playing these different teams, especially the last one against the Falcons, and how they were down 28-3, and then they came back, and that becomes a big focal point in this. Just the big finale is during that Super Bowl. Now, 80 for Brady, for what I understand, is based on a true story where there were 4 women. Sadly, I think at least one of them has passed away. The rest maybe in a retirement home. Who were big football fans? They were big football fans, in particular Tom Brady and the Patriots. Now, of course, based on a true story means, okay, that's as much true that there were 4 old ladies who liked football and Tom Brady. The rest of it is just trying to be a goofy, silly lark of a film. You do have 4 actresses. Lily Tomlin, been an assortment of things throughout the years. Jane Fonda, who I remember in films like Barbarella from back in the day. Sally Field, Forrest Gump's mom in Forrest Gump. Of course, she was Aunt May in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. She was, of course, with Burt Reynolds in Smokey and the Bandit. And Rita Moreno, some people might not know who she is. She was the first Latina to win an Oscar, which was for West Side Story. So the 4 of them were friends, and you can easily pigeonhole each one. Lily Tomlin is the sick one, where they do show a flashback later on where she was sick, she was in chemo, her other 3 friends were there, they tried to change the channel, who's this hot guy named Tom Brady? Then they started enjoying football, and then made it a tradition to watch it. Jane Fonda is the one who is horny. Sally Field is the one who's been married for 50 years. Rita Moreno is the one whose husband has passed away. Which I agree, Brad Jones Cinema Stop. I watched his review after this, and he's right. That's easily how you could describe each 4 of these. Sally feels much more the stickler for the rules. Lily Thomas, who are the leader of the group. And pretty much one thing leads to another. Lily Tomlin got this letter. She hasn't looked into it. She's afraid that if the tests come back bad, this could be her last year. She doesn't want to upset herself. She thinks maybe this could be the last year she lives, or who knows. So she's like, you know what? Coming up is a football. We should go to it. Oh, we can't afford it. Oh, there's a contest. They seemingly win the contest, win the 4 tickets. They go to the Super Bowl, and hijinks ensue. It's funny when Marc requested, he's like, I guarantee this will be a rant. He didn't say guarantee, but he's like, I look forward to the rant. I wouldn't say it's a rant. I didn't hate the film. I wouldn't say I love the film. It is what you expect it is. Based on the title, the poster. But I would say, this is why I didn't hate it. It was nice to see these four actresses who are in their 70s, 80s, mid 70s to 80s, get some time to shine. I thought they worked well enough together. I wouldn't say I laughed a whole lot, so I don't think it's that hilarious of a comedy. But I like some of the more heartfelt moments. I would imagine if you hate Tom Brady, there's a lot of Tom Brady in this, or a lot of seem like kissing Tom Brady's ass. So to me, because I'm so indifferent on that, it doesn't bother me. And it was cute. It's based on a true story, so that's in my mind. And these old ladies loving football this much. Jane Fonda likes to write sexy fan fiction, including on Gronkowski, who's also on the Patriots. And like I was saying, when you have the flashback where Lily Tomlin's in chemotherapy and they're trying to change it, they don't know how to do it, and then they start enjoying football. Something about that was just cute. It was cute. It was, in a weird way, endearing. Just to see these four who they're getting so up there with age. Who knows how long we'll have them with us. And it's kind of, in a weird way, just seeing these four having fun. It's not classic, it's not great times, but it was harmless. They didn't do a whole lot of like fart jokes, dick jokes, all sorts of stupid jokes like that. They were just endearing to see these four kind of in the twilight of their years. Where they're, it's not like the guys who just do movie after movie after movie. You go, God damn, just retire. Okay. I can't remember the last time I saw, like, Sally Field probably has done stuff, but the last time I saw her was Amazing Spider-Man 2. She might have done other stuff. I don't know what Jane Fonda or Lily Tomlin had done last. There might have been stuff, but nothing I had seen, so it was, oh, I remember them. Oh, it was nice to see them again. Kind of that weird motif. There's a part of you that kind of wishes they would have gone for more simpler, more based on the true story route, instead of much more of a goofier, sillier route like this movie. But at the same time, there were some chuckles I did get out of this, and some smirks. Like this weird bit where Lily Tomlin is kind of thinking to herself, should I try to go for this contest? And there's a bobblehead of Tom Brady, kind of looks at her and winks. He's like, let's go! I didn't expect it to say that, so that, I will say, made me chuckle. I don't know, I guess he didn't really yell it out, but it's like, let's go! I just thought it'd be like, yes, or just a wink. I don't know why the let's go just made me laugh. Also, another actor that was nice to see in the retirement home, who you tell has a crush on Rita Moreno's character, is a guy named Glenn Turman. I'm sitting there going, I recognize this guy. Why do I recognize this guy? Oh, shit. It's the teacher in Gremlins, where he's showing the class about the heart, and he injected it, and it like stole his food. He's trying to find it, and the gremlin attacked him, and then Zach Galligan finds him dead with a needle, like in his ass or something, whatever it was. I'm like, oh, that's Glenn Turman, the teacher. Okay, cool. That's probably the only other film I've seen him in. I know he's done other stuff, but the only one I could think of is Gremlins, other than this. So, yo, cool, nice to see him there. And not all the jokes work, and maybe feel, I don't want to say dated, because this came out 2023, but like Rita accidentally took too many sleeping pills. Or took the sleeping pills she wasn't supposed to. She's dead asleep, and they have to sneak her out. And Glenn Turman helps by saying, "Hello, everybody. Pat Sajak is in the building." Granted, I don't know what other name they could have said because Sally Alistair Beck has passed away, and Bob from Price is Right, Bob Barker has passed away. So they had to think of another name. Which, I mean, old people, they watch either a lot of soap operas or a lot of game shows. I don't know if saying Steve Harvey would have had the same note for the senior citizens as Pat Sajak. Well, I don't know how many. I mean, I like Pat Sajak. I don't know how many people. Oh my God, Pat Sajak's here, but I just have to say, hey, cool. Such as Sally, he's like the last guy. On a side note, on a tangent, think about all the game show guys we think of: Al Trebek, Bob Barker. He's the last guy left. Pat Sajak. He's the last guy left. So I know it's kind of a weird thing to note, but in a weird way, that's kind of what hit me. Where this is the only way that Pat Sajak would have been mentioned. Because if Al Trebek or Bob Barker were still with us, those names would have been said instead. I would bet money on. Oh, another recognizable person, Lily Tomlin's daughter, is Sarah Gilbert, who was on the TV show Roseanne. I know she's on that show The Connors, which I haven't watched. Don't really care to. But she calls from time to time saying, hey, your doctor's trying to contact you. Hey, just give him a call back. I would say Sally Field got some chuckles out of me. How she misinterprets, oh, let me put on my strap on. What? That's a fanny pad. No, you strap it, and it's on. And I know it's a lame joke, but how innocent Sally Field is and how she said it, I will say did give me a chuckle, where it should give me like, oh, brother. But the way she said it did give me a chuckle. And so it seems like they win the tickets. Again, they get out of the retirement home. They go up there. They have a few days till Super Bowl. There's this thing called the NFL Experience, which I didn't know this was a real thing. It seems like a fun place to go. Even if I'm not into football, but it seems like, oh, you got activities. There's like a football throwing thing and other stuff. Seems like, again, a fun bit to go to. So it's nice to see a bit behind the scenes of that. They definitely got some cooperation from the NFL for that. And like Lily Tomlin makes a bet with someone on throwing. And if I win, I get your Falcons jersey. Because it's Patriots versus Falcons. Oh, okay. Now granted, I'm thinking it's not fair because she has to throw it to a thing like 2 feet away. He got to throw it to a thing like, looks like 2 miles away. How fair is that? It would have been funny if someone said, okay, hey, that's not fair. Hey, you're throwing to this one 2 feet away. I'm going to throw it too. There should have been one guy, because you see something where apparently a lot of people are losing their jerseys, and she's just throwing it like this. Because again, the thing's like 2 feet away, and she's throwing like basketball. I'd be like, okay. There should have been at least one guy to be a dick, be like, oh, come on, it's an old woman. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm winning. I'm winning that jersey. But yeah, that's not fair. I know she's old, but you know your thing be only 2 feet away, so. But they allowed it, so can't say it's cheating. The guy running it allowed it. Jane Fonda's reading her Kronk fan fiction. Meets Harry Hamlin, another guy I haven't seen in a while. Perseus from Clash of the Titans. So I think that the stop for a minute. That's part of the appeal I had with the film, which probably nobody else would have. It just seeing all these guys I haven't seen forever, like, oh shit. Perseus from Clash of the Titans. Oh shit, the teacher from Gremlins. Oh shit, Lily Tomlin and Sally Field and Jane Fonda. I would say the one joke I did generally laugh at was Sally Field she thinks she's going to buy hot wings. And the lady goes, oh, well, those aren't for sale. This is to enter the competition. And by the way, we need, if you don't sign up, we need to know, like, if something happens, who should we call? Oh, your husband? No, no, don't call him. Because that's a little thing throughout it, is that while she is married to Bob Balaban, who was in 2010, the year we beat Contact, he's been in quite a few other stuff. But 2010 is the one I remember the most. But he's a guy that, I don't know if he's senile or if he's just dementia, but like he doesn't remember to put on his pants early on. Sally Field has to remind him twice. He's going on about this paper. Oh, can you check the paper? No, write the paper yourself. Oh, could you? Okay, but can you check on it? I'm like, is this guy fucking senile or something? It made me sad. They don't bring it up. And she pretty much says, "Go listen, like, I love you. I'm glad we've been together for so long. I've sacrificed a lot, but I still love you. But listen, this is your paper. I'm here on vacation with my friends. You can handle it yourself." And then they kind of drop that, and then they go back to Bob Balaban. So I thought something else was going to come to fruition because of that, but it doesn't. Oh, but the thing is, so she doesn't want her husband. So the lady goes, well, if you black out, who do you want me to call? And Southfield takes a pause, goes, an ambulance? I did laugh at that. Because just how sincere she was in fear. An ambulance. I did laugh at that. And she does well in the hot wings. Because, I mean, I can't feel anything in my mouth anymore. And there's a guy I recognize, Guy Fieri, which you've seen a lot dealing with restaurants and spicy food. Guy Fieri, he makes an appearance in this as himself. The four do go to a party. She does lose the tickets because she left her fanny pack there, so some of them are pissed off. While they accidentally eat gummies, just someone gave it to them. You have a very unique bit where Rita Moreno, because of gummies, they're trying to look for Guy Fieri to see if they did it back to find those tickets, but she keeps seeing everybody's Guy Fieri. I don't know why. She sees a whole card game of everybody looking like Guy Fieri, and there's a guy just simply says, "You want some Skittles?" I don't know why that made me laugh. And like she takes off this mask. Oh my god, I'm Guy Fieri. But she's so high, but she starts gambling and starts winning. Sally Field starts hitting on a guy, and you tell the guy he's not into it. Because she's so out of it. He's like trying to get up, but he can't get up, but he's not really into it. And then he's like, well, yeah, I'm at a party trying to meet some women, and here I'm at with someone's grandma. And Lily Tomlin is just depressed. Like I said, not all the humor lands. Like, you think, like, would they have to go find the tickets? There'd be a lot of humor involved with that, with all these little hijinks of trying to find the tickets and failing? Not really. Jay Fonda finds the two hosts who were running the contest. One of them is Rob Corddry. He was one of the guys. He was the asshole in Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2. Spent a lot of other stuff. Those guys are a bit over the top with their accents. Being these kind of radio or TV hosts. Like, they were a bit over the top with their accents. I wouldn't say they were my favorite. They were not my favorite part of the movie. And they try to find out that they find the tickets, but the tickets are fake because Lily Tomlin bought them on eBay or whatever. As I'm talking about, like, It's a film a lot of people probably won't get into. Maybe if you're a diehard Patriots Tom Brady fan, you will. Me, again, I'm indifferent to all that. It's the four women, just them hanging out. Where I do like some of the chemistry they have. Some part of it's like feeling sorry. They're so old, and like Lily Tomlin especially. There's times she's talking, and oh, she just. I wouldn't say her voice breaks, but you just hear the integrity in her performance. But like, they're doing the best they can with what they got, I would say. It comes out with a couple endearing moments from them. So I do think there was some heart to it. And once in a while, a line of dialogue would give me the chuckle. Like when the guy realizes the tickets are fake, he's trying to tear them. They doubles them up. And he's like, man, when you doing double, they get thick. Something about that made me laugh. And actually, that's something, not tickets, but I've had that happen where you tear one, it's fine. Then you try to tear a bunch, you having trouble with it. When you doing double, they get thick. Spoiler alert. Lily Thomas says they should just go home. The other's like, hey, we've been having an adventure already. There's gotta be a way to get in there. One of the people that Rita played poker with is able to get them in. They gotta do a little dance number. They're able to get in. I like the song used when they're getting into the stadium. I am the warrior. I am the warrior. Harry Hamlin comes back in because they're ready to get kicked out again, but Harry Hamlin's like, hey, no, they could be here. I'm glad they didn't go with the whole, well, Harry Hamlin's a dick, or he's a... I was waiting for that. Oh, he's actually a dick, or he's actually a Two-Face, or he's going to be our villain. There's not really a villain that comes up, which I appreciate. There wasn't really a human villain. Because a lot of these times, these movies try to put in some villain. I don't want to say human villain. They're all humans. I just have to think of like other movies, other genres. But they usually put in a villain in there. There's not really a villain in this. And yes, it becomes very ridiculous and silly and goofy. They're in the box suite. They're watching the game. It is the game where the Patriots are losing to the Falcons 20-6 or 20-3, I think. Or 20-6, whichever one. So the women go to the other, and Satterfield gives some plays, and Lily Tomlin gives a speech to Tom Brady. I did like his reaction, though. Like, he hears Lily Tomlin talk and giving the speech of... Which is heartfelt, because she mentions about how she was sick, she was going through chemo, and hey, if you could do it, I could do it, and you inspire me. Granted, a lot of this could be like, man, they're blowing Tom Brady's dick. Like, this whole movie is just blowing Tom Brady's dick. So some people could be annoyed with that. Again, I'm not on either side. I'm indifferent on that. I like his reaction where he hears his sweet speech. He's like, let's fucking go! Because he did one fuck in there. And pretty much them watching the game, and the Patriots beat the Falcons. And they're able to be allowed in the locker room. And Gronkowski says hi to Jane Fonda, saying he's a big fan of hers and her fan fiction. This weird bit where Rita goes up to this guy and she goes, I want to shave you. And he's like, yep. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was about. What, shave his balls? This, because she touches this, but I'm like, you don't say you want to shave, because they'll say, you want to shave my balls too? Maybe with Manscaped. This is probably the only fucking YouTuber who's not sponsored by Manscaped. What the fuck is Manscaped? Well, I'm not. They didn't pay me, so I'm not going to tell you. Again, I'm the only fucking YouTuber not sponsored by Manscaped. But anyway, things work out. Things work out fine. Lily Tomlin is fine. They're celebrating another football season together, along with Sarah Gilbert, along with Glenn Turman from Gremlins. And then things work out. So, like I said, I didn't hate the film. Do I see myself ever watch this film again? No, I don't. If you're not like me and you're not nostalgic of these actresses from back in the day, I like seeing the bits of the football action because when it's compressed into the highlights, it do be some entertaining pieces of entertainment. I like movies that involve football, The Last Boy Scout, Any Given Sunday, among others. I mean, yeah, there's a lot about the humor that falls flat. That does feel a bit like a sitcom. To the point I'm having hiccups. I think my body's mad that I'm not ranting on this movie. So I'm not going to let you finish this review. Like I said, if you're a fan of the Patriots, if you're a fan of Tom Brady, maybe even if you're a fan of football, maybe to relate to these ladies and how big of a fan they are and their friendship. As I said, the humor could be written a lot better, a lot more wittier. Trying to think. Like I said, the script could be looked at a bit more to try to get some more, let's say, clever humor or more. I mean, it's hard to explain what makes something possibly funnier. Like I said, I do wish it was a funnier movie, but I did get some chuckles out of it. And overall, like I said, it was harmless. It was a harmless comedy. And like I said, if you're streaming or wherever the case you see this, let's say if you're all intrigued by these four ladies and or the concept, part of me would have liked to have seen the more low key, more down to earth story of these ladies and their love of football, and I think you could have got a lot more warmth. Because there are times it's like, oh, it's goofy because Sally Field can eat hot wings and blah blah. But at the same time, I just kind of like that movie Las Vegas, which had like Michael Douglas and a bunch of older actors in there. Kind of the same thing, where I didn't mind that film either, for almost the same reasons. Oh, it's great to see all these older actors like it's Michael Douglas and it's Robert De Niro, and it's like the female version of Las Vegas. I forgot who starred in that. Was it like Morgan Freeman and Michael Douglas and Robert De Niro, and was it Kevin Kline? I swear it was that. That was 2013. Oh no, it was Dustin Hoffman. No, it was Robert De Niro. Michael Douglas, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Kline. Well, that's also a movie that wasn't the most hilarious, but it was nice to see all these actors together having fun. It's a time waster. Maybe one of those, like in 5, 6 years, I will watch it. Oh, you know what? I don't remember this film. I'll watch it again. Okay. You know, maybe another 5, 10 years. Like Las Vegas. And like if it's on Netflix, you'll watch it on a rainy day and oh, you know, okay, it's not the worst thing, then you move on to your day. In fact, that'd be a double bill. Las Vegas and this movie. God, again, the female version of Las Vegas. That'd be the best way to put it. So, just like that, kind of how I feel about that is how I feel about this. So, with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.